Hey, yeah, what up? Mr. Go get like, comment, plus subscribe. What up, YouTube? This your boy Made, and I'm back with an all new Give Cars to Friends glitch here on GTA 5 Online. Alright, so in this video, we'll be going through the steps for the new Give Cars to Friends glitch here on GTA 5. Now, all of this will take place right here outside of the airport, out in the country. We're going to make our way right out here. Now, all we want to do is we'll need a mobile operation center for both the giver and the receiver. We'll take our mobile operation center right over to this area. Now, this is a friends only session that we're in here. Okay, so right now in the back of my mobile operation center, I have an elegy that I want to get rid of. Any car you want to get rid of, the receiver needs to put it in the back of his MOC. Now, this is very important. All we're going to do is line ourselves up here so that we're able to go straight up ahead. All we're going to do is go over this sofa here, and this car that's in front of me is what will make this all happen. We want to push this car, but when we push it, we want to mark where it is on the ground. We want to replace that car with our back tires. So I move the car and I put my back tires right there where that car was. This car will respawn in just a moment. So we pushed it out of the way, and when it respawns, it'll hit right at my back tires. Alright, so that's very important. A lot of you guys may have complications with this, but if you line your truck up exactly like mine is here, then it wouldn't be a problem. Alright, so all my friend has done here is requested his mobile operation center out. That's all he needs. He needs the car that he's going to give me, and he needs his mobile operation center. Notice it's right across from mine. He's up against the pole there, and I'm on this other side here. So all we're going to do now is have him to call out the car that he wants to give us. Alright, so all the other methods for the regular Give Cars to Friends glitch are still working. I don't know why this was released, but hey, shout out to the founders, and I'm going to show you guys step by step how to knock it out. Alright, so right now my friend has just called the car out that he's given me. He's called it out of the MOC. All he wants to do is park it behind the MOC, but he won't park it too close. When he exits the car, he needs to see the blue circle to enter his mobile operation center. That's very important. As he's in the car, he will always see that circle. But when he exits, if the circle disappears, he needs to hop back in the car and reverse slightly. Now when he exits, he needs to be able to see this. Alright, so there is a good location. Now, he don't want to have it too far away from the MOC, because in a moment, he's going to enter with nearby friends, and he's going to need to take me in there. So that spot that he's at is a perfect location. Alright, so what we're going to do next, now that he has his mobile operation center in his car in place, I have my mobile operation center in place, and inside of my MOC, I have an elegy. Alright, so right here is where the car will respawn. That abandoned car that we moved out of the way, it'll respawn right back here under the tires. So what you want to do is mark the ground so you'll know exactly where that car came from. Now, to get this car to respawn, all we have to do is drive around the block and come back. That car will spawn back under here. Or you can do just like I'm doing here in this first step. Now this will make that car respawn each time. We'll have our friend to walk up behind our mobile operation center, and all we're going to do is enter with nearby friends. Now both of us are not on the map. We're here in the MOC. So now that causes that car to respawn. All we're going to do is hop in my elegy and we'll take it right back out. First thing we're going to do is we'll pull up our interaction menu. We'll go down to vehicles and we'll set our vehicle access to passengers. This glitch will not work if the receiver does not set his car to passengers. Notice the giver is actually in the passenger seat. That's what we want. Alright, so let's get ready to receive a car here. All we're going to do now is we'll make our way up behind the MOC. Now each time you pull out of that MOC, that car respawns under the MOC, then you want to make sure your MOC is still flat on the ground. It has a tendency to set on top of that car, but we want to go back in if it's on top of the car. Alright, so our first step is I'm going to grab a snowball and I'll hit the back of the MOC. That'll cause the MOC to lift up. Notice it lift up. Now we're just going to go straight up to the circle here and we're going to spam right D-pad. As we're spamming, as soon as our friend is kicked out, we'll stop spamming. As soon as he gets out, we'll stop spamming. Notice the MOC came down to the ground. Now, if the MOC does not come down to the ground, then this didn't work. Notice in the top corner here, we were unable to access our MOC. That's the notification we want to see while we're spamming. Also, the elegy is off the radar. That's another way to know if we hit it. Now, if we didn't get that unable to access the MOC alert, we would have our friend to get back in the passenger seat. Then I'll spam right D-pad as he exits all at the same time. But keep trying it until you guys can get the feel for this glitch, guys. But alright. Now, if the MOC is moving left to right when you're trying to go in, then chances are it's not going to work unless the MOC is parked properly on top of that car. It needs to be properly there. If it's moving side to side, then chances are it's not going to work. So it's all about the positioning of that MOC if you run across any complications. But now we're just going to get in the car that we're ready to receive. We'll have our friend to walk up to the back of his MOC, and because I'm so close, it'll give him the option to enter with nearby friends. All he's going to do is select that, and then a second later, we'll spawn inside of our MOC with a copy of our friend's car. So right now, we're going to have him to invite us into his MOC. This is very important. He'll invite us straight inside of his mobile operations center. Now, after you accept the invite, it may take 5 to 10 seconds before you fade to black and end up in his MOC. But that's our next step here. So he'll invite me, and now I'll simply grab that invitation. Now notice it took me straight in that time to his MOC. Normally it takes about 5 to 10 seconds, so you guys want to have your patience right there. But here we're inside of his MOC, and now all we're going to do from here is we'll have him to exit with all. Even though I walked up here to the back of the door, I did not select exit. We'll have him to select exit with all. Alright, so as we walk back outside, sometimes you'll notice your car will spawn back in, or it'll drop from the sky right beside you. This car that we got glitched out with, it's off of the map right now. It's off the radar. Technically, it is not my car. All we're going to do is go down to vehicles, then we want to return this personal vehicle back to storage. Just that simple. Now, we'll pull up our interaction menu, go down to services, then we'll go to mobile operations center, and we want to request the personal vehicle that's in our MOC. Now, even though we just sent that elegy back to the storage, it wasn't our car anymore. It didn't have a tracker and it wasn't on the map. So instead of sending that elegy back out, voila, it sends us our friend's car back out. Alright, so big shout out to ABM for the dope ride. You guys be sure to go over and subscribe to his YouTube channel and tell him Made Man sent you. Alright, so with this car, now we can drive it into the back of our MOC to finalize this process. Okay, so the rinse and repeat. All we'll have to do is make sure that MOC is positioned and parked in the perfect spot. From there, we would call a car out and we would drive it straight into our MOC. This car would be the car that we would get rid of. We would buy another elegy, drive it into the MOC, and start with that very first step. But hey, hopefully this video's been helpful, man. If it has been, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn those post notices on so you don't miss your boy. But this is your boy Made, and I'm gone. Peace.